They did it. Yes, it is true. Lily Mo Games has yet again made another video game. This time it is called Saint Slayer Spear of Sacrilege. Now, they don't have the full game out just yet, but this is made by, former IGN colleague Colin Moriarty and his game studio, Lily Mo Games. It's not their first game, it's not their last game, but they have made a lot of these. Now, for some reason, this was the very first thing I saw on social media this morning, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I've never actually played a Lily Mo Games game before. This one looks cool. It's giving me that Adventures of Link vibe. I think I'll hop on and try it out. Well, from the very first starting screen, I have to say that it is very Mega Man 2. At least the starting screen, it opens up with some killer music. I really, really enjoy the aesthetic. And then it has this scrolling text that kind of gives you an update about what is happening in the world. Long story short, I'm going to paraphrase what I read here. You play a farmer. The War of the Grand Alliance lasted 9 years and ravaged Europe. You play Rudiger, a farmer, and you play as the farmer, and he's going to go wreak havoc and stop all of these zombies and demons that have sprung up in the world around you. Now, the demo consists of a total of 5 levels, one of those levels being a boss level. It is pretty short. You can get through it in about 30 minutes. It's not very long, but I have to say that I do enjoy what I played here. It is my style of game. It is definitely going for obviously the NES vibe, the Legend of Zelda vibe, a little bit of Castlevania in there, a little bit of Mega Man. And I think that is great for somebody like me who is a retro gamer. Obviously, I'm old, so I've been around for a long time. The one thing I have to say is I feel like the attacks should be a little bit more one-to-one. I know why they're doing this. They are trying to replicate that sort of feeling where you have to time your attacks perfectly and you really have to nail your timing on every little thing so that you kind of get a muscle memory and a feeling for how the gameplay is supposed to go. I just wish it was a little bit more one-to-one, but that's okay. I understand that's the aesthetic that they're going for, but I do feel like it is a little bit much. I did capture a moment where the animation starts and I still end up getting hit versus the enemy. So like clearly I'm trying to get the timing right and not quite hitting it. That's my only big complaint though. And if I really had to get picky, I suppose I could say that the text could be a little bit easier to read. Like I couldn't tell if this guy's name was Rudiger or is it Ruddle? I don't know. The eyes are a little tricky to read, but that's just sort of getting really nitpicky. The game is really fun. If you like Castlevania, if you like the games that I mentioned before, it is a good title. The 4 levels. So you start out, it's a very basic level. You can go into houses. You can find treasure in the houses. You can actually interact with the villagers and accidentally murder them like I did near the end of, I think it's right before you go to the church boss fight. This character starts coming with me and I accidentally murder him. So that was kind of fun. I do like that you can sort of break the rules of conventional video games and actually murder villagers and stuff like that. The whole game has a very zombie religious vibe to it. And I do like that. Near the end, they start to open up a little bit more. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's talk about the first level. The first level, you're in a town. You get a little bit more exposition. You talk to the villagers, and they're like, the whole town's gone crazy. You need to go to the castle and figure out what's going on. And I'm really excited to see the full game and see what actually happens in that castle. So the first level, you're just sort of going through that. By the second level, you're in, I believe it's Elsheim is stage 2. Now you start encountering the zombies. The first level is like weird dogs or cats. They actually have a bestiary in the game. So if you really like to go and read about the names of things, as people know, I forget the names. Like I forgot 343 Guilty Spark once and it became a meme. So you fight weird dogs and you fight bats and stuff in the first level. In the second level, you fight skeletons. Some skeletons have shield, some come back to life and they will sort of attack you. And there are these breakable boxes that sometimes have treasure in them, but it's sort of risk reward. Do you take out the skeleton again because they do come back to life, or do you continue on? And I like that the color palette shifts from level 1 to level 2. And then you get a whole new color palette in level 3, like the design aesthetic definitely changes. And by design aesthetic, I just mean the colors, the locations. It does feel like you're going into a fresh encounter every time. You eventually get to the boss. You fight this boss character named Pacer, and sort of his big plot to bring people back to life and take over the world is revealed. So pretty fun boss fight. He has a few abilities. He throws orbs at you that you have to jump over. He throws or duck under. He throws some orbs on the ground. He brings some characters back to life, and you have to take them out quickly so that you can fight him. And it's a nice little boss fight. It's sort of, the best part about it is once you beat him and face him, it sort of reveals more of the plot that you're going to experience in the full game. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate that you do level up. This is stage 3. You get the spear, and it's very, very clear. You know, it's the icon on the front page that the spear is going to be a key gameplay mechanic of this game, because they give this to you early on. They teach you the basic mechanics about how you die. And small little touch, I like that there is a dead corpse just laying on the ground when you fail at an encounter or something, and then you can kind of come back and you're like, all right, there's a dead body there. I don't think you could interact with it. I didn't really try, but he's just sort of rotting there, and then you kind of walk over him. It's even in the boss level. You can still see my dead corpse from my one failed attempt. So anyway, you take out the boss, Pacer, and then you get the spear. You throw the spear at the eyeball at the end of the level, and then you are allowed to advance to stage 4. Now, out of all the stages, a lot of it was sort of learning and muscle memory and stuff, and just getting your timing down for the first few. Stage 4 is a carriage, and it's one of those side-scrolling levels. Obviously, again, here we have a little bit of a different color palette. We're introduced to some new enemies, some flying skulls that you have to time your jump and attack with, that I really, really enjoyed. And you just kind of go on this carriage, and then some guy comes, he takes out your carriage and sends you basically to the final level, stage 5. Stage 5, probably the easiest out of all the stages, because it is sort of their big splash screen saying, thank you for playing, thank you for checking out our game. And I just have to say, I like this a lot more than I thought. My big complaints, again, timing on the attacks. I feel like they could tighten it up a little bit. I know they're going for that NES sort of muscle memory, learn how to jump, learn how to time everything. Nobody asked me to make this video. I just thought I would, because I've been really craving just different games. Like I remember when I was a kid and, you know, seeing that Lilimo Games just released something new. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. I got a few minutes this morning. And yeah, I really enjoyed my time with it. I think you should at least try the demo. You can add it to your wish list if you choose to. Again, nobody asked me to make this video. No, they don't care if I make it or not. But I will say, I think it's good. I think this is the kind of game where I could find myself playing through it more. It's very simplistic. It's very one-to-one. I think it's like a great Switch game or a great mobile game. And the fact that everybody's making tablets, like I just got a PlayStation Portal. You can probably see it here in the background. I'm going to be making a video about in a little bit. It's really, really good. So big props to Colin and the team. Congrats on a demo. I think it's a pretty fun demo. I hope more people check it out. I'm going to link to their Steam page in the description here, so you can go try it for yourself, and you can let me know what you think, or just let them know what you think based on their community hub over there on Steam. Good luck with the game, everybody over at Lilimo. Had a good time. I do like it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so I know my content goes live. I do greatly appreciate it. I was craving that sort of NES fix, and I got it. Thank you so much to the members, Chris Ferretti, Phil Aroni, and Aries EMS. I do greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all of my patrons and members here on YouTube. Thank you so much. You let me make random videos like this one right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Before I go, check out this video where we talk about the cross-buy PS5/PC buttons and what they could mean for the future of PlayStation. Bye for now.